Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I'm Cloudy, and a while ago I wrote this book about how to voice act, and I decided I would go ahead and gather some of my friends and read it for you. So here's the first chapter, featuring the voice talents of the talented voice actors Aranhin, Smooth Milk the Meep, Heinz Pup, Atomic Doodle, and DanDeciever, and of course, me, Cloudy the Leopard. Enjoy! So you've decided to give voice acting a shot. That's awesome! Voice acting is an excellent hobby and can lead to professional job opportunities in the future. Maybe you want to voice act because you are in love with animated characters and the voices behind them. Or maybe your favorite YouTuber posted a casting call and you want to participate. I mean, that's how I got started. Shout out to Pink Bunny Girl 43 in her series The Unknown Flame, and also Pet Peeves in her series Origins. Maybe a friend introduced you. Either way, there's a lot you need to know as an aspiring voice actor. I'm a voice actor of 3 years now, so I like to think I know my stuff. When I was just starting voice acting, I had no one to help me. I had no friends in the voice acting community, and no one I knew in real life voice acted. I had to figure everything out on my own, start to finish. Now I know what I'm doing and have established dozens of friendships with other voice actors. I even have my own voice acting community. Check it out. Link in the description. If you want to get to that point as soon as possible, so you don't have to wait years like I did, this is the ultimate guide. How to voice act.
Let's start off with the most obvious question. What exactly is voice acting? What does it entail? Voice acting is defined as the art of occupation of providing the voices for characters in animated films, dubbed foreign language films, audio dramas, etc. You may voice a character in an animated series or short film, an audiobook, or audio drama, a fan dub, and so much more. The main idea of voice acting is using your voice, and only your voice, to make a character come to life. There's nothing more satisfying than when an animated character is talking, and it's your voice providing the acting. Voice acting requires so much more than just the ability to talk. However, here are some of the basic voice acting requirements and skills that, if mastered, will provide you ample casting opportunities.
Number 1. You must be able to do well when reading aloud. You will be reading lines from a script, and they may be long paragraphs. If you cannot get through a longer line without constantly stumbling or tripping on your own words, you're going to be in trouble. You can practice reading aloud to yourself until you're able to read for long periods without tripping on your words.
Second, inflection is very important. Know the words that need to be emphasized. If the line is, "How dare you?" you'll obviously want to emphasize, say with more power, the word dare. If you emphasize either the words how or you, it doesn't sound right. Try it for yourself. Most of the time, the words you need to emphasize will be underlined, bolded, italicized, or put in quotation marks. However, knowing the right words to emphasize without having to be told is an excellent skill to possess.
Third, the number one thing a casting director is looking for in their voice actor is their ability to show emotion. If you want to voice act a character, you must be prepared to use heavy emotion. This could include everything from anger, fear, and sadness to simply joy or surprise.
Fourth, some casting directors will require you to do various voices. They may need
A higher voice,
a lower voice,
a squeaky voice, a raspy voice,
stuttering voice, shy voice. You get the point. They may also require a specific accent or impression. If you use a voice when auditioning for a certain character, be certain you can easily recreate that voice in the future.
Fifth, it is crucial you as a voice actor get into character. You will want to look at the reference of the character, so you can base their voice around what they look like. You need to thoroughly read the personality of each character and really connect with their lines. Imagine yourself as a character as you say each line.
Sixth, there are certain skills you will need to be able to perform. These include laughing, screaming, shouting, crying, gasping, citing, singing, and other various things outside of actual lines. No one is going to be very good at these skills when they begin. It can take years to get good at a lot of these things, but it is crucial you practice all of these skills and more, because it is going to be hard for you to perform a role well if you can only say the lines. If you are voice acting an animal, you may also need to know how to growl, howl, snarl, bark, or produce fighting sounds.
7th, you should be comfortable communicating with your fellow cast members and casting director through a voice call. Many projects like to host cast calls so the cast can get together and practice their lines and read through scripts to help figure everything out.
Finally, now what you can do. For example, I like to stick to younger characters and teenagers. This is what I do best. A good way to know what you do best is by seeing what you are cast as most often.
Now that we've covered the basics of voice acting itself, let's move on to some common voice acting terminology. First of all, voice actors will commonly be referred to as VAs, obviously short for voice actors. The people who hire these voice actors may be called casting call directors, creators, or casting call hosts. Hosts for short.
Finally, now what you can do. For example, I like to stick to younger characters and teenagers. This is what I do best. A good way to know what you do best is by seeing what you are cast as most often.
Now that we've covered the basics of voice acting itself, let's move on to some common voice acting terminology. First of all, voice actors will commonly be referred to as VAs, obviously short for voice actors. The people who hire these voice actors may be called casting call directors, creators, or casting call hosts. Hosts for short.
One of the most important terms in the voice acting community is audition. An audition is defined as an interview for a particular role or job as a singer, actor, dancer, or musician, consisting of a practical demonstration of the candidate's suitability and skill. In this case, it's how you show a casting call director that you are the best for the role you want. That way, they cast you as that character. In an audition, you will record yourself saying the audition lines provided for the characters you want. Edit the audio, and then submit it to the casting call director however they ask you to. If they think you're right for the character, they'll cast you.
We've mentioned this term several times already, so let's get into what exactly a casting call is. While the word audition is familiar to most people, the term casting call often isn't. A casting call is usually posted as a video, where all of the characters available to be auditioned for are shown, and a document with rules and audition lines are included somewhere. A casting call is publicly posted so that voice actors can find it. Tip: search casting call or voice actors needed and filter by most recently upload. And the most voice actors, if they can't audition right away, will save it to a playlist of casting calls. After everyone has auditioned for a casting call and the deadline is up, the host will take some time to decide the results.
Casting call results are when a host of a casting call announces which auditions they like the most, and therefore who they pick to play the parts. Sometimes this will be a video, and sometimes the host will message their cast members privately. Oh, yeah, after you're chosen, you've been cast and referred to as a cast member.
You've got through the basics of voice acting itself. Congratulations! Don't think you're done yet, though. There's a lot more to come.